Cherie Hanson here. How are you today? We're tiptoeing into the transition from fall to winter. The leaves are beginning to let go of their purchase on the branches and fall down to the ground. And we're also in a place where the energy, the astrology, the Schumann resonance, whatever you follow, is yelling transition, transition, transition. And these times are always very, very challenging. We're being asked to leave behind the old definition of ourselves, and that's just horrific. You know, it's like, this coat doesn't fit me anymore, I'm going to take it off. This is more like, this life body doesn't fit me anymore, it's time to find another one. This identity doesn't fit me anymore. This personality doesn't fit me anymore. This narrative does not fit me anymore. But the problem is, when you take the coat off or the dress off or whatever, you put something else on. But when we're in transition, we're just walking around stark naked. You know, it's just like, it's cold and I've got nothing to put on. So what do I put on? And sometimes in those transitions, what we do is we fall back into our coping mechanisms. And for me, particularly, I find my coping mechanism has been to get lost in someone else's narrative. What I mean by this is I will watch a Netflix series, I will read a biography, I will study another type of life. I like to say to myself I'm doing research, but I don't think that's the truth. Shh, don't tell anybody. I think what's really happening is I am distracting myself with other people's lives, with other people's drama, with other people's struggle. And then, I don't think about mine. And then I can not get on with what I'm supposed to be doing at this particular time, which is changing, shifting, growing, vibing up. It's just what we need to do if we're going to get through this period and be in a place where we're making a contribution to the earth. And that, of course, calls a lot of us right now. So as I was sitting Wim Hof today, I was particularly in this place of tingles, this energy just running across my skin, through my hands, through my feet, down my back, across my head. And I got hit with this great big force of gratitude. Now, what was the gratitude about, you might ask? I don't know. Do you want to ask that? Don't let me assume that's what you're asking, but I'll pretend that that's what you asked. It was about my gratitude to me. And the thought came to me as I'm sitting there, I am so proud of myself. And then came the question, why the hell are you so proud of yourself? And I felt just flooded with love for my life, gratitude for my life, gratitude for the mistakes I had made, gratitude for the times I had fallen off of the path, down over the cliff, into the gully, and the flowing water, and holding on to a part of a tree stump just to keep from going under. And gratitude for all of it. And I think this is something that was fascinating to me, is the question that we can ask ourselves is, why the hell are you so proud of yourself? And the answer to that lies in your moments of victory, your moments of moving yourself from the story of a victim, the story of someone who can't, the story of the image of weakness, the sense of being trapped, the sense of being in a whirlpool of trauma, going round and round and round, and there's no way out. And when we get to a place where we are mindfully observing ourselves for the growth, we can begin to parent ourselves. We can begin to come in on ourselves and say, wow, look at you. Look what you've made yourself into. Look what you have had faith in yourself. Look at what you have encouraged yourself to become. And with that mindset of actually seeing the miraculous decisions we have made in our lives, it becomes so much easier to be in a place of gratitude. We start to let go of the self-esteem of struggle. You know, it's too much, I can't, this is all hard, look at me, there's another challenge, oh my God. And that is the imprinting of our families, of our ancestors, of the society, that somehow your valiant ability to go through life depends on how bad it is. Think about that for a minute. If I suffer, then I am more worthy. And the question that I come back to is, if you suffer, what are you more worthy of? You know? You're more worthy of a life of ease. You're more worthy of love. You're more worthy of being at peace. Well, why don't we just work toward that and forget the suffering? We don't need to go into this Spartan training of how much pain can I endure and how much wandering through the dark desert alone can I do. And we can drop it and come to a place where we're really aware of our growth. There are so many things that I look back over my life. I was so damaged that when I went to school, I was self-harming in grade 1 and grade 2. And then I discovered reading. And when I discovered reading, I got to a place where I had learning new things, growing my mind, replace that urge. It wasn't that I stopped it, it was that I substituted something better. And people do this who are addicted, who have alcohol abuse, who have made their bodies unhealthy. And we come to a place where we allow another behavior to come in that is more supportive. It helps us. It helps us grow. It helps us have confidence in ourselves. It helps us come to a place where, and this is the real issue I've seen in so many damaged family cults. They're cults. Did you know that? And that is that it isn't necessary. It isn't necessary to hold on to the old image. It isn't necessary to suffer. It isn't necessary to be in a place where you're constantly chronically ill and you're battling demons. Because there is a way out, and the way out is relax, trust, find a spiritual practice, find a breathing practice that grounds you, find friends who are upscaling and who are optimistic and are making good choices. Join them. And then you get to a place where you're not setting a hard goal. In other words, if I lose this much weight, I am worth more to the society. That is slave talk. If I get in a place where I can love myself more deeply and more expertly, because it takes expertise to love anybody else, and especially yourself. If you can get in that place, where you come to is you are very proud of yourself. And I was watching myself today when I've been toying with the idea of having Wim Hof guided breath work once a week in my house. I tried it before, didn't get a response. I think, well, we're in that transition now. A lot of people want to know the way out of what's going on. Let's try it again. And I noticed that when I was going to send out the invitations, my old damaged self-esteem was showing up. Oh, that person is high profile. They're important. They have power. They have money. They have prestige. I can't invite them. Now, isn't that interesting? I will refuse to help people to be a powerful teacher if I think I'm not good enough. Hey? So what if I trust the universe and think, I feel like I'm called to this right now. I feel like I can help people. I can short circuit the amount of time they're in this struggle. I can give them a way of going through bad things so that it's smoother and it doesn't impact them, it doesn't damage them, it doesn't hurt them as much. But the thing that was so interesting to me was I could see it. I mean, it was kind of visible before, little flickers, like when your glasses are smeared with butter or whatever. And I go like, yeah, that's the stumbling block. If I don't see my ability, my 40 years of practice with spiritual work as valuable, then I will self-sabotage. I will pull back. I'll be afraid of what someone thinks of me instead of just getting the hell out in front and helping the people that need help. So that was my message today. I'm always finding out more. It's like when I'm cleaning my house out, there's like, oh my God, there's this corner over here and it's got like so much. How can you have 200 scarves? What are you, creature with a bunch of heads? I don't know. So the discovery continues. Finding out who I am, finding out what the blocks are, finding out what the universe wants me to do and to be, and just relaxing into that a little bit more. Do get a hold of me if you would like a channeled reading. Do get a hold of me if you would like life coaching. I do some people that have, one session or 2 sessions, and then when they've fallen out of the kayak into the rapids, they'll get a hold of me for a quick rescue session. I will do that. And there's no, you have to pay $5,000 in the next 3 months kind of contract at all. I'm just here for you. That's all. So please subscribe. Please thumbs up. Please make a comment so that my channel becomes more visible to people, because I can tell you what's coming next is going to be far more challenging than we have experienced in the past. So those skills of learning to be so proud of yourself are great for helping you through what's coming. And I want to say, I appreciate you.